Hello and welcome back to the Honest Way and to another edition of Raw Out of 10. And yeah, we've been having recently surpassed the Honky Tonk Man record as longest IC title. Imperium decides to hold a celebratory ceremony this week. And in addition to this, Cody Rhodes' main appearance, Rhea Ripley put her title on the line against one of the few stars who can match her power, Raquel Rodriguez. So a lot going on. We start things off with the Judgment Day versus KO and Jey Uso. Main event Jey kicked off this week, but didn't say much before KO slowly made his way to the ring. KO said he made a lot of mistakes and spent a lot of time trying to earn back everyone's respect, but he was the people's who don't even respect telling him that Jey doesn't belong on Raw. He told Jey that he has a long way to go before he proves he's changed. The Judgment Day came out and said Owens didn't speak for the locker room because they respect Jey. Damian Priest told him the door is always open if he wants to join the group. He brought up Dominic being the champion, that joining the stable can help. Jey suggested that KO and he and KO used to team up to fight the Judgment Day since Sami Zayn wasn't in the scope area. The prize fights were accepted and he immediately started brawling. This match was made official and resumed during a commercial break. Dom sat this one out as Fallon Balor and Priest worked the match, and it was a solid match that made a good job making clear that Jey and KO don't have the same chemistry as they do with Uso, Zayn, etc. Jey accidentally hit Owens with a super kick, paving the way for Balor to hit the coup de grace for the win. The announcers did a great job of laying the ending to make it harder for Jey to earn anyone's respect. So yeah, that worked really nice. The intricacies here really works. And yeah, it's still interesting to see what's going to happen with Jey and all the others. Yeah, it's hard to tell. So yeah, get 7 out of 10 from me. That was really good. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing where this goes over the next few weeks. Next up on Raw, it was Miz versus Akira Tozawa. 2 weeks ago, Tozawa picked up the upset victory and the A-lister was looking for some retribution. Tozawa used his speed to stay out the Miz's grasp, but the former WWE champion eventually took him down and started beating down, and the A-lister doesn't often have the powers and power advantage like he did in this match, so he made sure to have it and enjoyed it. This match was like having a short side, but no so short when it felt like a squash. The Miz surprisingly won, surprisingly clean fashion. I can't remember the last time Miz was on clean, to be honest, but yeah, it feels like a long time ago. But yeah, 6 out of 10, kind of was just there, but it was a way of continued feud, I suppose. So yeah, 6 out of 10. But anyway, after a backstage segment with Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, the Imperium stood in the ring to celebrate Gunther's record-setting reign before Gable came out to challenge the ring general once more. The segment ended in a brawl that Otis joined and his partner was in danger. This was predictable as it gets, but Gable deserves to be the man to throw Gunther, so I hope he gets that opportunity and I hope it progresses into that. But yeah, this was obviously no surprise to what happened. Before it's time for Xavier Woods versus Drew McIntyre, and after some accidents and misunderstandings in recent weeks, they decided to have a singles match to settle their differences. Some boost superstars and babyfaces of the matches started out relatively clean. Both things picked things right up before the commercial break, and McIntyre threw Woods onto the announce table. The second half of the contest was a lot more aggressive and featuring some stiff strike and close twos. McIntyre picked up the one with a Claymore, but it feels like this storyline is still far from over. So yeah, it gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Good win, but yeah, like I say, I think there's more to come, and yeah, hopefully that can kind of push on a bit, if you know what I mean. Next up was Chelsea Green versus Shayna Baszler, and during a backstage segment, Green and Baszler had a confrontation that led to the latter issuing a challenge. Luckily for Green, Niv and Rizal returned this week to have her back. The couple of minutes we got were fine, but what happened after the match is what I asked as most. Niv attacked Baszler after the Queen's Blade scored the win, but Zoe Stark ran down to make the save. It feels like we know who the next challenges will be for the women's tag titles. And yeah, it gets a 5 out of 10 from me. I don't know, yeah, while it was setting up, I just can't get into anything too much with the women's tag titles, to be brutally honest. Well, I can kind of just felt there. I would have liked to see a bit more built up, if you know what I mean. So yeah, a bit disappointing. But it's then time for Tommaso Ciampa and Alpha Academy versus Imperium. Seth Rollins gave a lengthy promo before that they were about finally introduced and wanted to put the title on the line against Nakamura. Instead of answering the challenge show, the artist was shown attacking Ricochet backstage, which was interesting. And yeah, it's going to be intriguing to see how it all ties in. But yeah, there we go. Before Gable Otis and Maxine Dupree made their way out to the break, and Alpha Academy teamed up with Ciampa to take on Imperium. While the good guys had some control for a while, Imperium had the upper hand for most of this bout. As always, babyfaces had a late match comeback and started to regain some momentum. Gable always won with a Chaos theory, but going to break up in a sequence involving all 6 men. The match ends up with Gable making Vinci tap out while Ciampa held Gunther back. This was well done and kept the storyline going for a whole another week. So yeah, like I say, 6 out of 10. Yeah, it's all about building it up when it's all going to be eventually blowed off, which is interesting. But yeah, for what it was here, I thought it was decent enough. 6 out of 10 from me. It was then main event time, Rhea Ripley taking on Raquel Rodriguez. The main event of this week's show was the Women's World Title match, and the fight started off hot with Rodriguez nailing a huge clothesline. She tries to hit a trademark powerbomb, but Ripley cancels with a sunset flip. As the two of the most powerful women on the roster, both seemed comfortable doing it, and they might not be with smaller or weaker opponents. They had a great feud in NXT, but this was their first singles match on the main roster, so they're looking to impress. Unfortunately, we were never going to get clean to finish this. However, it was a Judgment Day interfered not. It was Nia Jax who made her WWE return and attacked Raquel Rodriguez while the referee both were distracted, making it easy for the Eradicators to get the win. When the match was over, Jax attacked Ripley to win the show. This match was good and worth watching, but we'll have to see where it all leads. Nia Jax return, I did not see that coming. But yeah, very weird. I think, I'm not as much of an Nia Jax hater as a lot of the IWC beams. I think in using the right way, she could be effective. But yeah, going into the match with Rhea Ripley, Rhea should 100% win. But yeah, we'll have to see where it goes. I'm going to give it a chance. It gets a 6 out of 10 for me, just because I'm not convinced of the ending, but it was a really good match. Overall, Raw this week gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought it was a solid episode of Raw this week. There was a decent main event, but there were bits, just throughout the show where I wasn't sure on the storylines. So decent action, but I think maybe the storylines, I don't know, I'm going to need to be convinced of it, to be honest. So it gets a 6 out of 10 from me, but I think we'll just have to see where it all goes. But anyway, guys, that's it really. Thanks so much for watching. That's what's daily wrestling. Subscribe to my channel, it's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.